Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Laith and you might know me from The Social Streamers, a YouTube channel centered around grand strategy content. I'm collaborating with Paradox Interactive to show you the basics of Hearts of Iron 4. Today, I'm going to be focusing on the map, a key part of any grand strategy game. I'm going to be taking you through the different map modes, what these different icons are, and how to actually move your troops. If you look to the bottom right, you'll see a whole host of buttons. Each of these will change the map to view a specific aspect of the game, with the bottom 6 icons changing elements on the map. The first of the 4 primary map modes is the default map mode. It's worth mentioning at this point that each map mode has a shortcut. Simply hover over the button to find out what it is. The default map mode displays your army, as well as color coding nations around you. Next, we have the naval map mode. In this map mode, you can see your naval units, ports, and sea regions. Additionally, straits will also be indicated like this, such as Gibraltar or the Suez Canal. The third map mode is the air map mode. From now, you should understand that each of these map modes corresponds to a different unit, allowing you to manage different aspects of your forces at a glance. With this map mode, you can see the different air regions that exist, as well as the current placement of your planes. The last of these map modes is the operatives map. With this map mode, you can see where your operatives are currently placed, what they are undertaking, as well as enabling you to reassign them. Now that we've covered the 4 primary map modes, we can look at how to actually move units, ships, and planes around the map. Having selected the default map mode, you can select your units. You do this by left-clicking on a unit icon or by dragging a square, like this, to encompass one or more units. The more you zoom in on the map, the more detail can be seen. At the most detailed level, individual provinces can be seen, and units can traverse these. In order to move a unit, simply right-click on a province once the unit has been selected. This is similar for ships, where sea tiles represent available locations for the navy to be directed to. For planes, it's slightly different. Planes can be moved into air regions that are within range of an airbase, though they can be moved directly from airbase to airbase, with airbases indicated by this icon. To the right of the primary map modes are secondary map modes which provide more information. These are as follows. Supply, where poor supply is indicated in red and good in blue. Terrain. Resistance. Compliance. Resources. Infrastructure. And factions. In each of these map modes, hovering over a tile will give you further information pertaining to that aspect. For example, hovering over this province in the terrain map mode will inform you that it contains a forest and the implications this will have. Now that you understand the basics, let me go into a little bit more detail as to the various icons and such that you can see in the default map mode. Some areas might have red borders, such as the Rhineland. This represents the demilitarized zones, essentially meaning units cannot be moved into it. Capitals of nations are marked through stars, but if you zoom in a little bit further, you'll start to see cities. Larger cities are marked with circles, with smaller cities indicated with squares. It's worth mentioning at this point that green represents you, red your enemy, grey a neutral nation, and blue your allies. These are what are known as victory points. Moving a unit into an enemy province captures that territory. If this is a victory point, like Poznan, it's more of a significant loss. Capture enough victory points in relation to the enemy's surrender limit, and they will capitulate to you. So these are important provinces to keep track of, especially if you're fighting a desperate defense. On coastlines, ports are indicated with this anchor icon. These need to be kept in mind as ports are usually keeping areas that are cut off from the capital supplied, like here with Königsberg. If provinces are cut off from a port and do not possess a land border to the capital, any units present will suffer attrition, something critical to encirclements. Thank you for watching. Join me next time as I look into focus trees and how they're used to lead your nation down the path you desire. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel to keep up to date and not miss a thing.